Hello again. Welcome back, and we're going to school today. This is a Marx Schoolhouse, and we might as well go inside and see what's going on. Inside the schoolhouse, you'll see the children there working on their lessons and so forth, and you've got all these little parts. You've got a movie projector and a screen. You've got the teacher, you've got the globe over here, you've got the bookshelf, and all the children in their desk. These sets oftentimes are found incomplete, and I was lucky. I traded a different play set. I think it was a Ben-Hur or something of that nature for this once upon a time, and the guy I traded with has been after me ever since to sell it to him, and I won't do it. But this is the Marx Schoolhouse, and very hard to find these little parts. I've gone to an awful lot of flea markets and antique shops and so forth, and very, very seldom do I ever see a school desk or any of these parts. Little trash can back here is a tough one to find too. So we'll let you look at it for a moment, and then we'll move on because it's almost time for recess. Of course, some of the kids may have to stop by here before they go to recess, and this is a little outhouse. So I'll set that right next to the schoolhouse so they can find it okay. And a couple of them rode their tricycles today. Now these are Ideal tricycles. These tricycles are made by Ideal, and they're very nice. Pedals are good on them and so forth. And so I'll park those right over here, and we'll head to recess. So I have to walk out of the school and go to the other end for recess. We're at recess now, and this is the younger group that's having their recess. You've got all your different pieces here, and I think these are by Ideal rather than Marx. And got a little duck pond. This is a metal piece. It made a nice little pond. And over here we've got some more sliding boards and teeter-totters and the different things. And then I brought a bunch of little kids in, wee little kids, and let them have some fun too. There he goes. And this poor teacher, she's having to scratch her head because she's having to keep an eye on the whole bunch. And we got a little girl here, and she's going to go behind the swings and help push the swings. And these swings all swing okay, and it just makes a nice little set that goes with the schoolhouse. And then the kids are really lucky, they get to do this merry-go-round. And the merry-go-round plays some music and goes. And once again, this is a newer piece, but when you're putting your play sets together, it's your play set, and it's your diorama, so put them anywhere you want to. That's what I do. I probably have 3 or 4 different makers right here in this bunch. Like I say, these pieces are probably Ideal, the swing set and all the toys. The figures are Marx, and I don't know what this thing is, and we probably have the babies. I don't know what they are either, but I found them somewhere in my travels. Okay, well, we're going to go on to the next little section, talking about some signs that are out around the playgrounds and around the area. Recess is over, and while the kids are going back to class, I just thought I'd show you some signs that I have and different things that I use around the schoolhouse and around my other dioramas. These are made by many, many different companies. The oldest ones are these 4 right here. These are made by Arcade. Arcade has been around for many, many years, but hasn't been making anything for many, many years, but they're quite old. Here's a birdhouse, which is a rare thing, and a couple of street signs. Then over here you have a fence. This fence, I don't know where I picked it up. It doesn't look like it's too old, but I used it around the playgrounds to keep the kids from getting hurt. Here we have a Barclay fence with a newer baby just sitting on it. And then you have these little plastic signs. These little plastic signs normally you find at train shows and things like that. And incidentally, if you go to train shows, you'll find figures and other things you can use for your dioramas. Here's another baby buggy, and I think that's Arcade also. There's a Marx kid. And then this bathtub, I don't know where it came from, but I thought it was kind of neat, so I'm going to work it in somewhere, as well as the bathroom. And then of course let the mail go through. Here's a mailbox and a personal mailbox, and these are new, but they work very well with the dioramas. And once again, here's your ideal tricycles. So these right here are different things you can work in your dioramas if you find them. And if you find something you like, it's your dioramas, put them in. Doesn't matter if they're 100 years apart, which these babies and these arcade pieces might be. Now we're going back to school, so we'll see you there in a moment. Recess is over, so we're back to the school again. And I just wanted to point out some of the little pieces that are in the Marx Playset School. Here's a water fountain, and here's a little table, and this little table has a projector on it, and the projector has its own little screen. We have the teacher's desk and the teacher's chair and a globe and several of the chairs. We have a boy raising his hand. He thinks he knows the answer. And the teacher, and she can put her writing on the board inside or whatever. And this guy, I don't know what he's doing. He's just along for the ride. But inside, we've got all the critters here still going, the kids. And this one kid, he's a little late for school over here, so he's running to catch up. I think he was late coming back from recess. So there's your schoolhouse. And I'll turn it back around, let you have a peek at the front one more time. And thank you very much for joining us today, and I hope you enjoyed our film. And please subscribe if you get a chance. Tell your friends. We're going to have many, many, many more. Like I said, I got about 4,000 of these figures. And so we'll have some more coming up tomorrow. Thank you very much and have a good day.